Hello my friends, and welcome to the channel, and welcome back to my Dungeon Defenders 2 New Players Guide series. The rest of the videos can be found in a playlist. I'll leave the link to that in the description below. And in this video I thought we'd carry on with Chaos 2, and this is the Unholy Catacombs in the Lost Dungeon region. So let's have a go at this. Now I've unlocked, if I just show the inventory, I have acquired another hero, and that is Series EV2, but she has no relics yet. I didn't have enough to spare from what I've acquired so far, and we're looking for more. We've got Chaos 1 level, if you notice the upper left corner of that information panel. Chaos 1 level, the odd Chaos 2 here and there. Chaos 1, not really using the cannonball yet. Chaos 2 on the barrier ballistas, pretty up there now. The Huntress Poison Dart Tower also not so much on the trap. And the Apprentice, I don't really use the Flamethrower Tower. Let me know if you do in this game and how effective it is once it's boosted. Arcane Barrier, not using that. I'm favouring the Squire's Barrier at the moment. And the Frostbite Tower for slowing effect, I use that sporadically, so that just acquired a new totem. And because you tend to put those forward of things to slow the enemies down ahead of your walls, so they're quite vulnerable out there. So health is good for those. And the Earth Shatter Tower's just got a new one. The Water Servo there's invalid for this tower, but it's got a decent amount of defense power, natively of 7,106. So I'm not going to be using EV2's defenses, although in my main PC game I play for years, I would be using EV quite heavily on this. So let's see how it goes. Here's our crystal core to protect. We'll press G to get the lanes up. Let's see. So I will have to think about this because I got so used to building with EV2 primarily. This is a bit of a change, but if we look here, we've got flyers coming from all three sides. We've got the slow electrical kind of sparky bugs there, flyers. Here the kamikazes, so they're going to be a risk. And the sparky bugs again. And then down below we've got the standard fare of goblins and warboars on this lane, and a more sinister threat here of the EMP orcs and the healing witherbeast there with big orcs, and then the other ones. Same sort of deal on the east side, and on the west we've got, well, it looks like that's the most critical threat coming from that side. Let's get over there and think about that one. But now normally I might have, if I had longer range sky guards at this point in time, I would be tempted to put them more centrally. But for now they're quite short range and quite slow firing. We are just starting out here. Now, because I'm likely to want a defense here, yeah, okay. Let's get up here and well, from this side I'll put them here. The range again is not that great. From this side, the north side where they've got the kamikazes, well, if I've got defences, which I will have ahead of the crystal, they might target those. We've got 800 defence units to spare, to play with rather. Anyway, so we'll get our wall in, and yeah, so let's think. Ranged enemies. Got to have space here to build between here and the core there. So yeah, my ballistas, set them back a bit from the wall. They should reach the extreme of where they need to, that far wall there. And let's see if we can build this on perhaps every lane, this kind of a standard fare. And I'm using these as opposed to nodes. I'm using these projectile defences because of course we've got EMP orcs, which will disable all manner of nodes and traps that are on the ground. So projectile weapons of defences are what come into play now. So we, as you swing between chaos tiers, it does make you change your strategy up because of the different enemies that you're facing, and that's good because later on you'll get a blend of everything. And you might notice there we've got a shock effect, electric spark effect on the wall there, part of the servo that just came with it. So the ballistas will actually fire at airborne enemies as well. They arc upwards, you see there, like a lot of ground defences will. But we want them to focus really on these. And just because we've got EMP arcs doesn't mean we won't have any ground-based traps, because let's assume we kill those. Then the auras and things can come into play, can't they? Once the EMP arcs are out of commission. So let's repeat. See how much mana. We've got plenty of mana. So we'll get a wall. Excuse me. A wall in here. So we've got that on each lane. Again, this is just one possible build. You feel free to try your own, of course. What's coming this way? So they're probably going to attack the walls, so it might be a good idea to leave the ballistas there. But I think what I'll do is I'll have a boost aura as well. And because I'm playing this about the time of, you know, Christmas, New Year 2021, it's the season where the devs open up the Christmas tree, and Old Peepers guy in the tavern and in the town hub, where they're giving you daily gifts. So I managed to acquire a few useful shards for the characters I have, the hero types I have. So this this monk, for example, has, well, he has drenching strikes on there. On the boost aura, just got this just today. Boosted grasp. If I had the boost aura out in front of things, it would cause enemies to move at only 60% of their speed when they're within that boost aura, so there's a slowing effect. Flamer has got defense crit damage, although I haven't upgraded the shard. Squire, Ballista, as I was saying, has got defense rate, which will speed up its attack by a great deal. The poison darts, no shards to speak of, no shards. But on the Huntress herself, on the weapon, we've got concussive shock, and now I've got burning strikes, because if we encounter the Drakenlord as a sort of boss at the end of each wave or mid, that is an invaluable shard to have on a ranged weapon. Makes it far more manageable to damage, kill the Drakenlord. Nothing really going on with the apprentice. Anyway, so we've got a boost aura in. It's just covering both, fortunately due to placement, the wall, so that it has a boost of power for the ballistas, but it also has a protection element to it. Damage protection of 10% at its base level. If you upgrade it, it goes to something like 12. So that's worth having. Let's see if we can fit one in here. I might have put these a bit close. Will it get all three? It does. Good. Now let's think about the air lanes. So, and DU and mana. We've got some left. Let's have that there for this way, but of course it will cover this direction as well, a bit within range. And we've got the threat of these guys. What I might try is, let's have a flamer in. You see how the flyers come within this low to this level as it stands. If we put that there, let's see. Let me just check. I did have. Maybe I'll boost this while I'm here. Just do an upgrade, and let's use this. Ignore. You've got to ignore my levels here and my collection of inventory, because I've been playing this and accumulated loads over the years. I'm trying to keep this on level pegging with you all. In many other respects, we've got the base 4 heroes. I've just got Series EV. EV2 I should say, EVs from the original game. Right, so we've got that there, that there, that there, and really we're probably going to be using our hero lane into the enemies quite a lot. What else could we have? We could have, that's a projectile weapon. So not the traps, let's think. So we've got 8 sky enemies that way, 4 that way. The big threat there. Maybe we could put something similar here. You know, I'm just playing it by ear, and we'll adapt if we need to as we go along. Let's put a booster in. That'll slow them down as well, won't it? Yeah. So then maybe what we'll do is we'll have, see how effective this is. This is for the I'm thinking this is for the enemies that come this way, or indeed they'll come up there and go that way. Now they should come this way, but it might get destroyed. It might survive. And what's coming this way? Fairly substantial threats here. And all sorts of things are going to attack these. So one pointed down that way actually, or it'll fire up and down, like the ballista will angle downwards as well if it's placed in such a vantage point. So we've got the boost over there giving them a bit of protection, might even give that an upgrade, and the flame aura and the poison dart tower. Yeah, it's getting up there. I don't know, we're certainly not ready to move on, I don't think, to Chaos 3 yet. We haven't got enough Chaos 2 shards. I do cover that in an earlier video, Chaos Readiness, which in my mind is not about the champion score unless you're a damage per second kind of player on your heroes. But if you're a defense builder, I would argue that you primarily need your defenses up to the task of challenging certainly the top level of your current shard range, in this case Chaos 2. So I'd probably want Chaos 2 across the board on my heroes before I broach the subject of getting into Chaos 3. So yeah, I've chosen, have you noticed, no I've got no air defense as such here at the moment. I'll get back to our monk, and we'll press go and we'll monitor it and see what happens. And we can, let's see, Flame Aura does some damage, let's get in there as well. We'll try and finish those off before they do us damage. We'll get in there. If we get some mana, I'll go and upgrade that, maybe. Go round, keep an eye on the minimap as you're doing this. Look for anything after the flashing which means it's being attacked, like walls. Look for the status of them after the stop flashing. If they're still yellow or red, go and give them a repair or an upgrade if you can. It's hard to focus on everything at once, I know. If you're doing this at multiplayer, of course that's a bit easier. Let's see, turn around. I think we're keeping him away from the walls in the main area as the hero, aren't we? So we're doing okay. Hopefully those defences are doing their job. I'd like to see these are killing some. I've always struggled a bit getting the poison dart tower up to a decent spec, to be honest. Yeah, there's the ballista taking care of those. Nice. I like to kill the healers. Reduce their survivability. Yeah, this guy, for example. And there's those mages that tend to hang back and spawn skeletons and heal their fellow enemies. Let's see if these ballistas do a good job. Yeah, They're pretty, you know, they're getting good now. They've got a defense rate, shard on them, they're firing rapidly. But I hope you are enjoying this series. If you haven't seen the early ones, please check those out. Don't start here if you're new to the game. I got them right from the beginning of the campaign. Leave likes on there, that helps share the videos to other new players. And I'm trying to produce these. Once we get into chaos mode, it does become a bit chaotic in the sense that there isn't a lot of structure to it anymore, and so I'm kind of asking you guys if you want me to cover a particular map, one you may be struggling with. I am only going to be able to play ones really at Chaos 2 level at the moment. The previous video, we did the Molten Citadel, and that was as a response to a request, a suggested map from one of my valued subscribers. I'm only a small YouTuber, as they say, so I appreciate anybody that does subscribe. And if you do, and hit that bell, you'll get notified when I post new content. And if you're not so much, or as well as if you're into this and other types of games, on my channel I have playlists for quite a wide variety of different games, so please check those out. You might find you enjoy those as well. Let's assess these lanes. We've got more. Let's see if that's different. We've got a Malthius, I think, the boss character of the mage there. Significant threat, significant threat. I might boost that wall. This way, 4 flyers. 20 flyers, my word. Right, so yeah, we're going to do something else here, aren't we? These are the slow guys. Probably wyverns, I'm not sure. So we'll put a boost over here. And what else could we do? Maybe, well, I've only got 30 DU to spend. What's the I can't actually build a poison dart tower, can I? So what I'm going to do, I think I might prefer this. I'll get this up there so it's doing as much damage as possible within reason. We'll give that wall a boost. I might just boost all the ballistas, make sure they're all at level tier 2, and the walls, if I can afford, should be able to. And it's just important to keep your eye on boost auras. In particular, their health isn't always that great, their energy levels, so keep them repaired at least to top up their energy level. In this case I'm going to increase their level, which would repair them at the same instance, rejuvenate them as always. Upgrade fully restores the health of things, so if you're going to upgrade something, don't repair it first. It's like killing, overdoing it, doing it twice, and it's futile. So yeah, here we've got, be interesting this way then, we've got flyers, the kamikaze bomber guys, which will see something and go woohoo and dive at it quickly, so hopefully they're going to go for the wall. But what I might do is, I don't think the range or the fire rate of these, well, it's up to 1.3, I don't think the range is adequate to intercept them. Let's give each of those a boost, and let's just check we haven't got Drakenlord. I want to be at least forewarned, prepared. No. Right, wave 2, let's go. And here's the wyverns. That's why I boosted all that. Boost aura, flame aura. Let's check if they're killing 38. I'm proud of that. 64 on that side. Good job, good job. Yeah, so the flame aura, been up there, kind of out of sight, out of mind of the EMP orcs, and I think I was mainly killing them with my hero. Let's see what this does. What happens here? Okay, on that side. Let's see on the other aspects. Yeah, so I like to receive comments from you down below. Please leave me a comment, leave me your thoughts on this series, especially if you've seen more than one. But if you give them a thumbs up, that really helps. Otherwise, I don't know whether you like them or not, do I? But share with your friends if you've got friends you're enticing into this game or play it already, but they're equally, beginners. Ask them if they've seen these videos, this video series, or point them in direction, especially the first one or two, and let them judge for themselves. I need to heal. Oh, I got damaged then. Here's the mage and the healer. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of these EMP orcs. There's the little skeletons they spawn on, sometimes the bigger ones. There's a healer, I need to get rid of this guy. And a 3-barrel TNT goblin there. And use your abilities on your heroes. They do far more damage typically than your regular, in this case, polearm. And use that, in this case, the hero boost that heals him, but it also makes his attacks do a lot more damage. Let's see, just have a look at the minimap. I think we're okay. So far this build is holding up, I would say. Here's Malthus. And we've got a pet ability, which in this case is the guy there will fire I think it's 6 fireballs at the target enemy, doing a substantial amount of damage. There we go. So this is what we like to see, loot. So here I'm looking at my primary indicator, as I said in the very first video partway through, the cog score, that gear score, 1104 on the right, and my equipped item on the left is 1033. So while you're trying to progress up the tiers, it's good to, as long as anything else isn't detrimental in the statistics above, and you're not too bothered, go with the higher gear score, higher cog score as a rule of thumb. Equip that. Right, so that's swapped out with relics, pick them up, assess them. That chest is no good. Let's see. Okay, so normally we would say don't bother running around for mana, etc. But during these build phases, it's important to review your quality of your defense and perhaps upgrade them as you go during this build phase, because the waves get tougher and tougher, and you want to be ready for them, don't you? Now, there were spear throwers there. Now I'm hoping they don't get anywhere near. They have to, presumably, whether I'm worried about them, maybe they might damage them. If they do, I'll go and lay into them. But there we've got Captain Dreadbones. He's a fast old guy. He'll make his way to the wall probably. There we've got a large skeleton. No boss character this way. 8 flyers, 4 kamikazes, flyers, and 10 wyverns. It's I don't think it's a major upgrade. Now what was this way? Nothing really. This way is the skeleton. Skeleton's got a long reach, so even when he he gets to the wall, he'll do damage potentially to these ballistas, which are set back. And we do set them back slightly, I tend to anyway, not right up against the wall, because regular melee enemies couldn't damage those as they're hitting the wall. Skeleton's got a really long reach, so he's likely going to get, if he gets there, damage those guys. Captain Dreadbones is the same. See, we got some damage there. Let's upgrade these in anticipation of Dreadbones. And what we got here? I mean, this side is a bit vulnerable. I think what I'll do is I'll put a flamer on here to get these flyers. So it's not really about getting the enemies that are coming down these lanes, and if anything those EMP orcs might well disable them, so it's not there for that reason, it's there for the flyers. We'll go with that and see how wave 3 fares. Poison Dart Tower still doing well, decent job killing many. Lots of the Poison Dart Tower's hitting these on the way because they're dying before they get there. One thing I forgot to do then was assess the relics I picked up. Let's check these boots. Yeah, look at that, 1055 versus 605, have it. And the reason I say that is because the higher your gear score overall, on one hero, as long as he's in your deck, that will dictate the quality of the next loot that drops. And I've said this on many occasions throughout my videos, so I do encourage you as you're progressing up the ladder of campaign, especially into Chaos. That's a bit of a guiding light for you. Just use the one with the highest cog score in the main. I mean, I spent a year not knowing that, playing, or a year or two playing Dungeon Defenders 2 and not really making much progress. And I thought, why am I not getting any, why is the loot still rubbish that's dropping? And it's because I'm not equipping the best gear score. Your relics that you have equipped don't contribute to that gear score, so they, in that sense, don't matter. Obviously it's good to have the best relics you can. And again, the quality of those that drop are governed by the champion hero score. So it's all about getting the chest, the gear, the gloves as high as possible. And that means any loot that drops of any kind will be of the highest possible quality, best chance of getting higher possible quality. Right, we've got a bit of yellow going on here. We've got a spear thrower. He's hiding behind the wall. Let's give that a repair. I haven't got time to assess those at the moment. Pick him up. Skeleton. And the threat, look on the map behind me. Coming this way. Skeletons on the other side of the map. Yeah, the orc was about to cast his EMP. He raised his staff. Let's see about this skeleton. Get round here. Let's give him the pet. And he's down. Right, here we go again. So, cog score. We'll have that is slightly higher. Equip. We'll assess the lanes in a minute. I just want to gather this stuff. Anybody dying down there? Not quite. Any drops over here? Something I ran past. So what you do, I'll just repeat a bit of what I've said previously and on previous videos, is just equip the gear, the best gear on one hero for now until you're really at the maximum. And if you regularly swap between heroes during combat, it's worth sort of doing a hand-me-down system. So this guy's got the best gear. If I find some new gear on the ground better for him, he'll hand down the current gear he's got to the next hero I tend to bring into combat. So that will be my Huntress. So in that way she's quite high, and when she comes into battle she's quite a viable character, quite useful. So Griblock is Quibbly's twin, but he's a melee specialist. He's going this way. Here he is. Have some pet love. He's got some poison dart going on. Come into range. There we go. Ballistas took care, and victory. And my inventory is getting full. So chest is up here. Again, that 525 ignore. That's my ascension level from my main game, really. I've not applied a fraction of those points to my heroes here, just trying to balance it with reality if you're working through this from scratch. Let's have a quick look at what's in this mythical chest. Nice to get some shards. Useful shards are all going to the inventory, and these materials very useful for upgrading things down the road. I've got gold hiding behind there. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed that and the information in. As I say, if you've got friends that haven't yet experienced this or just starting, you know, recommend them my video series, playlist on my channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.